Definitely lots to cover with the latest headline news story with Renee Good and what supposedly went down in Minneapolis, Minnesota with, as you see here, ICE agent Jonathan Ross. Let's get right to it with the actual footage. I'm not going to play it all for obvious reasons. Let's take a look at what we can show. And there's definitely lots of things taking place in plain sight that many have missed. Let's get right to it.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
I'm going to stop there before anything takes place for obvious reasons. Anybody can watch the footage online. I'm sure many have seen it already. But the bottom line, there's many things taking place, and before showing the information, the content from the video itself, let's take a look here. As I've shown many times, including my previous video on Nicolas Maduro, when it comes to very famous Freemason Manly P. Hall, when the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. And also it is said that wisdom lies not in seeing things, but in seeing through things. And we'll get right into that. Just take a look here at what we see when it comes to symbolism with Renee Good's SUV. Play this slowly, the very beginning, and take a look at the HUD of the car. And what do you see? That reflection, the mirror reflection with the tree in the back, as you can clearly see. And this is Masonic, as above, so below. Make no mistake about it, this is by design. And again, the Masonic, as above, so below. When it comes to this footage, this is by no mistake that we see this. And people might think, oh, this is just some amazing coincidence. No, absolutely everything you see that I'm going to demonstrate in this video production, you're going to see it's by design. Just like you see here with Renee Good. And they're really spotlighting the Renee, the double E's. I mentioned this before when it comes to Aleister Crowley. It goes back further to Eliphas Levi. The whole law of reversal concept. Let him train himself to think backwards by external means, as set forth here following. You can read them all. Learning how to write backwards, walk backwards. But this is the important one. Let him learn to read backwards. So when the public sees the name Renee, they see this. They see the 33 and also the extra 3 here. We'll get into that. But nonetheless, this is all about the Masonic 33 and the order out of chaos, as I show many times. And again, there's many aspects of the occult with this whole entire news story. Just take a look here at Renee Nicole Good. Supposedly had 3 children, one aged 15, the other 12, and the other 6. 15, 12, and 6 is 33. Okay, again, order out of chaos. Now, one thing I want to show before moving forward is this aspect when it comes to the truck itself. Let's get back to the actual video. What I want to get to right away here is what we see when the ICE officer, Jonathan Ross, swings around the back of the SUV, this Honda Pilot. And everything that's happening, everything that's taking place is by design. And you see all those stickers on the back windshield like an L, like Lions Club when it comes to Freemasonry, a branch of Freemasonry. But let's get a little bit of a close-up of what we see here. And these 2 stickers on the back of the windshield stood out right away with KC for Kansas City. Supposedly, Renee Good lived in Kansas City during part of her life. But nonetheless, the KC, or the CK in reverse. CK is obviously, the C's a 3, the K's 11 for your 33. But it reminds me of this past PSYOP with Charlie Kirk. Again, the CK, the 311 coded. And the Elks logo just like the Elks Lodge. Just as you see here, what do you see? All the Masonic symbolism, of course. The Rotary Club, the Lions Club, the Freemasons themselves. And let's get a little bit of a close-up with the Elks. So, make no mistake about it. With all these stickers on the back of the windshield, again like an L, and the one that really stands out, the two side by side, again the CK, or KC for 311, and the Elks itself. This is not by chance or coincidence. Take a look at this fez, Masonic fez with the Elk Lodge, and this just so happens to be in Minnesota with this particular one. Now that gets into this individual here. Again, Jonathan Ross, as you see him walking away from the SUV after it makes its final stop. Just take a close look at what we see here. And this is 100% by design, the location of where this all went down. Just take a look behind him. The numbers game, it's always there in what you see. Let's get a little bit of a close-up. And what do you see? 3332. It always has and always will be a numbers game. And that gets into Vice President Vance, as you see here. Take a listen to what is said here. And again, I have to be repetitive about this, about the numbers. This is not by chance or coincidence what is stated here. Take a listen.
Officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's...
So just heard that with the 33 stitches. He has to mention the number 33. And of course, he mentions the number 6, as in 6 months ago. So the people that think this is just all a coincidence, you're never going to get it. It's a numbers game. And just like all these news stories that I cover throughout the years with the 33 Incorporated, there's many more than I show here in this collage, but this is just an example, specifically in recent history when it comes to the so-called 33-hour manhunt with Tyler Robinson and the whole entire saga with Charlie Kirk, of course Donald Trump, and the so-called 33,000 emails. In numerology, the 0 means nothing, so you have your dual 33 when he mentions it twice. This individual with 33,000 files, Bill Gates, and the 33 million individuals. All these news stories, again, with the 33 Incorporated. So it gets back to more symbolism. Take a look here when it comes to Jonathan Ross as he's walking away from this scene. And what do you see? This dinosaur. Obviously, dinosaurs are supposedly known for living in very hot environments, hot conditions, with the ice on top. So this is a form of duality. And obviously the upside down star. Everything's in plain sight when it comes to symbolism. Of course, again, mentioning the upside down star with Baphomet within the star. And of course, with Freemasonry, as you see here. And more when it comes to the number 33 with this vigil on the street itself. And just take a look. Closer look at the address. You have your 33 once again with 3341. And a little bit of a closer look of the 33 in plain sight. Now, and here you see the supposed location with the red marker on Portland Avenue with supposedly what went down with Renee Good. Obviously, you see the street over. 33rd Street twice for your dual 33s. There's too many 33s associated with this event to just call it some amazing coincidence. And this individual I made many videos on in the past, of course, with the bricks in the background and the association, the connection with Renee Good. According to the official news story, they lived less than a mile apart. What are the chances of this? Unbelievable. With these two very headline world stage events. And that gets into this. Take a look here during this rally in support of Renee Good. In this particular photo, you have these two uniformed individuals separated. What do you see? At an angle, pointed for the photographer so they can see this clearly. This is not a drill. Are you sure about that? A little bit of a close-up. This is just mockery, of course. The angle's being shown perfectly separated with all these individuals, but you get a clear capture of this placard. Just like you see here, totally staged, showing this is a production 100%. with the placard of shame facing the photographer. It should be facing the ICE agents. But take a closer look at this so-called placard. This person's not even holding it. This is a Photoshop media made creation. Look at the hand. This is not real, what you're seeing here. So, should, instead of saying shame, it should say staged, as in stage photo. Again, take a close look at that hand. This doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Obviously, for those that have eyes to see. That gets into more symbolism. The whole butterfly symbolism, as I pointed out many times over the years. And you have, there's a duality aspect of the V for victory. It's also a Roman numeral number 5, the law of fives, where things happen in fives, and also, of course, stars, as I shown earlier, are obviously 5-pointed. That's where the whole laws of 5 come from. And getting back to the actual photo here, from the so-called remembrance or remember of Renee, all the butterfly symbolism. These are obviously handed out to these individuals with the occultic aspect, of course. As you see here, Katy Perry and Rihanna with the butterfly symbolism. Of course, Britney Spears in the butterfly. And what is this all about? Some will say MK Ultra, but this is really all about the transformation when it comes to the butterfly. And that's what the symbolism and why they want to spotlight the butterfly, the transformation of this world that's taken place. Again, the butterfly from an egg to a caterpillar to the cocoon to the butterfly. It's all about change, transformation. I should point out this symbolism as I shown in the past. With the butterfly covering the right eye with this one individual. This is not a butterfly, but again, covering of the right eye with John Lennon. And this is all about the coming New World Order. And obviously from the Bible, as I pointed out many times in the past, from Zechariah 11:17, where the Antichrist, his right eye shall be utterly darkened. And that's what people have to watch out for. And they're telling you who they serve through symbolism. And these are just puppets, of course, on the world stage. They might have no idea, more than likely have no idea what it's about. But this is what the real true meaning is when it comes to, again, the blind in the right eye. Very important, very relevant when it comes to this news story. People have to get it when it comes to symbolism. And in closing out, what I believe is going to happen is civil disorder between local governments and the federal government. It's order of chaos, again, bringing in a new world order. Let's take a listen here to longtime mayor of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Of course, the MM for 33 when you turn it sideways. But take a listen here what he says. And this is what it comes down to with this event. It's setting the stage for what's to come. Let's take a listen to close this video presentation out.
Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis.
3, 2, 1.
John chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see.